everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, the only podcast where we talk about sci-fi monsters and dinosaur adventures. I am your host, David.
I'm Brian. Welcome to episode 73, a profoundly unprofound episode, except for what we're covering.
Brian, what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
What kind of intro was that, Brian?
You're really trying to change it up. Try to change it up here. How many times have we done this? 73 times apparently. Now. Yeah.
Except for the couple episodes.
Well, I just saw the document Toku 73. I'm like, holy shit, we're already at 73.
Oh. What are we?
It feels like yesterday where we were on 69.
I know. I mean, it wasn't all that long ago. Only a couple of weeks. Maybe.
How long? How old do you think we would be if we wanted to go to episode 420?
I'm too stupid to do the math for that right now.
I'm pretty sure we would be, even if like we recorded every single day without having to change the schedule at all. I'm pretty sure we'd be dead before we got there.
Every single day?
No, not every single day, but like if we kept to our schedule, so bi-weekly.
Yeah.
And we never had to push the day or release.
Yeah.
And never took any hiatuses. I think we would still die before we got to 420.
So? I wish I was smart enough to do the math on that to actually figure that out, but I'm not.
Yeah, maybe number one fan of the show, Sam, who is a math wizard, can do the math.
There we go. Hopefully. Sam, we're counting on you. You have to do this for us.
Specifically you. I know you're probably walking Eevee right now while listening to this, but I want you to take out your phone and do the math for me, and then text it to me.
Yeah, and text it to us. We have the group chat.
Us, because Dave is just as important as me.
Yes. If not more so.
You are the host.
I am the host. I liked the hesitation, though, Brian. I appreciate that.
This is a stupid opening, and this is all my fault.
It is all your fault. You got us into this mess. Now you can get us out of it, Brian.
Oh, also, happy 420, Dave. PST time.
What? Oh. Okay. I mean, I have
ruined the moment.
Okay. Now you're just digging us a hole, Brian. We haven't even talked about what we're talking about today.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
I don't know. I told you to get us out of this mess.
Oh, well, we're talking about Ultraman Rising. Like everyone else is.
Goddamn right we are. I'm really excited.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I'm real excited to talk about it. I did not think I was going to be this excited to talk about it, but here we are.
Yes.
So get your little behinds ready for that. But first things first, we got some news, and there's actually a lot more news than I thought there was going to be, because when I was making this document earlier, I was like, I don't think there was all that much news to cover this week, except for the big one, the first one we're going to be talking about. And then I started going back through my social media posts and like, oh wait, yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, that happened. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here. So
you should just screenshot everything that you see, so that you don't have to go through your
everything I see ever.
Like all the news that you see, anything new.
I mean, I just started going back through the Talking Toku Twitter posts, because I usually retweet whatever's new and interesting. So
gotcha.
I don't need to screenshot that, bro. I don't need to fill up the space on my phone for that. But anyways, first things first, in the wake of Mr. Adam Wingard departing the Monsterverse for bigger and better things.
Big old question mark.
Big question mark. I mean, I hope his next movie is good. We have a new director for the next Monsterverse film, whatever that may be. And I'm going to probably pronounce his last name wrong. It's either Grant Sputor or Sputore. I don't know. Grant, if you're listening, let us know how we pronounce your last name, please and thank you. But yes, Grant Sputor is signed on to direct the next Monsterverse film. That's about all we know, is that he's our director. This is going to be his second feature, so he's following the footsteps of Gareth Edwards and Jordan Vogt Roberts before him, which is pretty cool. I did actually watch the one feature film he's done before, I Am Mother, last week. It's a Netflix film. It's about post-apocalypse, and there's a robot. It's trying to bring humanity back from the brink of extinction, and the robot's taking care of a little girl and helping her to figure out how to be a human. Yeah, it's all right. It's a fun concept. I feel like it kind of it's admittedly kind of paint by numbers. Like I'll admit that, but I will say Grant himself has a pretty damn good eye for directing. Like it's made very well. So well,
that's what matters.
I know. Yeah. So I have hopes. I have high hopes that I think he's gonna do good.
It was funny seeing some people flip out, going like, "Oh, Monster vs. Dead, Wingart's gone." That was funny.
There was that, and also like, "Oh, this guy's never done anything of note." It's like, okay. Neither had Gareth Edwards.
Have you seen Monsters? Most people haven't.
Have you seen The Kings of Summer? Most people haven't. And that's I probably less so than Monsters, because at least Monsters is still like sort of within the same ballpark. Kings of Summer is a totally different movie than Kong Skull Island. It's like a full 180. Yeah. That being said, Kings of Summer is very good, and if you haven't watched it, you should do so.
I have not watched it.
I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, because I feel like I remember Jordan talking about on Twitter that he was a little upset that it wasn't available to stream anywhere or even rent or anything, but I could be wrong.
That's disappointing.
And even if I'm correct, that was also a couple of years ago, so things may have changed since. It might be available somewhere. So I don't know. But yeah, so new director for the Monsterverse. Welcome aboard, Grant. We're going to be judging you very harshly.
I hope you like the serious version of Godzilla, like me.
I hope so too. I mean, I Am Mother is pretty. It's a pretty grounded, serious film. So who knows? But then again, he also mentioned that like he has a kid who really likes like Godzilla and Kong teaming up. So I don't know. We'll see. Could go either way.
How much money would you bet that the next Monsterverse film is going to be a Godzilla and Kong movie?
I'm pretty sure they said it was going to be, but I could be wrong.
Oh, they did?
Maybe. I have no idea. I might be making that up. Who knows?
You know what they should do, honestly? Just make Godzilla x Kong like its own series, and then just start making other Monsterverse stuff.
I know, but it won't make as much money, Brian. They're a company. They're a capitalist company, Brian. They exist to make money and nothing else.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I know. Okay.
Listen, we got Monarch and other spin-offs coming, so as long as those are good, I'll be happy.
Toho still notices me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. What else is going on, Brian? Tell me. What is happening?
Heisei Criterion Channel, only through Versus Mothra, though.
Yes.
So, yeah. Criterion, they have a Heisei.
Yep. They got
Heisei stuff.
They're adding Return of Godzilla up through Godzilla vs. Mothra to their streaming service, the Criterion Channel, which I really need to get around to getting a subscription for. But that is definitely promising. People are thinking the reason it's only up through versus Mothra is that Sony, for some reason, still has the license for Mechagodzilla 2 through Destroya. So whenever that runs out, I guess, is when Criterion and Janus Films will snatch it up, and then we'll probably see another Godzilla box set from Criterion.
Which I will be buying day one.
Yes, and we can finally have the peak cinema that is Godzilla versus Space Godzilla in the Criterion collection.
Yes. I can't wait.
Yes. But no.
It's kind of funny though, because like you've been saying that you think they're gonna get the Heisei movies for a long time now.
There's been rumblings for literally years of whether or not, because I think it started a couple of years ago when some like art house theater, like they did they did a screening for Return of Godzilla and also Godzilla vs. Biollante, and they had the Janus Films logo in front of it, which would suggest Criterion. So, and then nothing came from that until right now. I mean, it's good. I like that because, like, Godzilla vs. Biollante is not exactly the most accessible film for people. It hasn't really been available anywhere. And
it is the only thing sitting on my shelf that is a DVD and not a Blu-ray or 4K disc.
Exactly. But here we are now. And I think actually King Ghidorah and Mothra are also pretty unavailable too. Like, they did the Blu-ray, but like the Blu-ray's been out of print for a while too. So you haven't really been able to get those anywhere. I am gonna be interested in the subtitles for those, because I know a lot of the Sony Blu-rays just use the dub title tracks, which is a little upsetting. I know for a fact Mechagodzilla 2 has dub titles, so I'd be interested to see some like I think that was like one of the things people were most excited about with the Showa series set, that it was all like professionally done subtitle tracks from people who from like actual film historians. So I'm interested to see what they do for the Heisei era. So
yeah,
I guess it just depends when that Sony license runs out for those last 3 films. And then, you know what, Brian? I don't know about the other one. I think after that, like, they got to cap it off and do the Millennium Era, right?
They have to. They gotta.
And you know what? Good.
They gotta go 3 for 3.
They gotta. And then we'll finally have Godzilla Final Wars as a Criterion in the Criterion Collection, as God intended.
You have no idea how excited I am to force Sam to watch that stupid movie with me again.
I was gonna say she's already seen it.
I'm not gonna make her do it. I'm not gonna make her do
it. But you can guilt her into it and be like, this is actually this is in the Criterion Collection, which automatically means it's a good movie, so you're wrong for disliking it.
She hates Final Wars. I cannot make her watch that.
I said it before when you mentioned this.
I think she's wrong too, but she has her opinions.
And her opinions are wrong in this regard. I'm not sorry, Sam. So there.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, but moving on.
Wow, she's
is she here?
Just messaged me saying I hear you. And she said, "You are wrong. Final Wars is bad."
Boo. Boo on Sam. Boo. Boo. Listen, this is our show, Sam. This is not your show. We can say whatever the hell we want. We're the ones in control here.
Just casually getting in a fight with my girlfriend
during recording, yeah. Be a funny bit.
All right, well, let's move on. What do you mean by new monkey biggest MonsterVerse movie of all time? You mean money?
Yeah, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is officially the highest-grossing film in the MonsterVerse. It was formerly Kong Skull Island, but it is finally taken over that spot. I mean,
was it really?
Yeah. Yeah, Kong Skull Island was the biggest one. I mean, you got to remember, like, Godzilla did really well when it came out, and then Kong Skull Island did even better. But then King of the Monsters bombed, and GVK was in the middle of COVID, so it couldn't do as well as it could have.
True.
But yeah, no.
Damn, I thought for sure Godzilla 2014 would have done like marginally better just because of name. Name brand.
Well, I mean, it did, but then Kong came out, and Kong has more name recognition in the States to begin with. So I think that was true. That was probably why it was until now the highest grossing MonsterVerse film. So,
that's fair.
Yeah, let me see.
Interesting.
Let me see if I can get what are these numbers here? Give me some numbers, please. Okay. Well, box office performance. Here we go. Yeah, so Kong Skull Island worldwide budget box office was $568 million. Godzilla x Kong is $571 million. So just past that mark there. Good for them. Good for them, I say. Good job, Adam Wingard. Good job, Godzilla and Monkey. You did it.
Yes. You made some very rich men much richer.
Yes. Good job. All right, that was kind of it. I just thought that was neat. It's a good thing. Godzilla's making.
You know what else is neat and a good thing?
Tell me, Brian.
Doom.
Goddamn right. I honestly, I didn't, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put this in, but I was like, nah, fuck it. This is my show. I can talk about whatever the hell I want. But yeah, we're getting a new fucking Doom game, brother. And you might think that's not kaiju. And listen, you're wrong, because there's big dudes. Big demons.
Big dudes.
There's big demons in that. And even more so,
I mean, the main boss of most of the Doom games is just a big dude.
It is. The Icon of Sin, that's a kaiju. We even talked about who would win in a fight between the Icon of Sin and Godzilla. And we determined it was the Icon because... Yeah. Anyways, Doom the Dark Ages is coming out next year. And man, looks fucking rad.
You get to drive a Pacific Rim mech.
Yep, you get to do you get to use the Atlan mechs that they kept teasing us with in Doom Eternal. And it's really funny because when that trailer came out, I saw a bunch of people being like, "Oh yeah, Hugo Martin was the conceptual artist on Pacific Rim." It's like, yes, he was, and it's really easy to tell if you even glance at the Atlan mech design. It's like, yep, that's a Jaeger, all right.
Yeah.
But
it's just a heavy. It really just looks like a heavy metal version of Gypsy.
Yeah,
honestly.
it does. It really does, with the horns and everything. But
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it looks fucking cool. You gotta.
You know, it'd be really cool actually.
What
if, like in Doom Eternal, they like expand the customization. So instead of being able to like change your armor, you can also change the appearance of your mech.
Oh.
And if they should just straight up rip off Gypsy Danger.
Just do a bunch of Pacific Rim skins. There might be some licensing stuff like that.
You know?
That would be cool. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be funny.
But yeah, no, as a longtime Doom fan, I'm really excited. You get a chainsaw shield, and it looks fucking sick.
You get a gun that shoots human skull shards.
Yes, people are freaking out about that with good reason.
Easily the coolest weapon design I've seen in I don't even know how long.
Yeah. No, I
don't even know. Yeah.
So that's out next year. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
You know, I actually do have a news story to add here while we're on the topic of gaming.
Oh, do tell, Brian.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree is coming out next week, or this week, I guess. So there's gonna be some big monsters in that.
There probably
so y'all better get ready for it.
Yeah.
If you're playing it, you got to get ready for it.
I know.
You gotta beat Moog.
I was gonna say I saw people like something like only like 25% of players had beaten the boss you needed to beat to play the expansion. Is that true?
It is true. I'd say Moog and Melania are like the two least killed bosses in the series.
I've heard Moog is like really hard. Not as like I don't think he has as much of a reputation as Melania does, but
yeah,
I have heard the horror stories about Moog. So get on it.
I mean, he literally has a spell that is undodgeable, unblockable. All it does is drain your health. That's all it does.
Jesus.
The only way you can stop it is by staggering him out of it.
Wow, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That sounds annoying.
Yeah. He's really, really bad. It was the only fight I had to summon for.
Oh god, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I beat Melania 1-on-1. I beat Elden Beast 1-on-1, but I could not do Moog. Could not do it. All right. Well, let's move on.
All right. Well, we got an absolute titan of dinosaur content coming back, Brian. You heard about this?
Mm-hmm.
Walking with Dinosaurs, 25 years later, is making its big return. I mean, it had that movie a couple years ago that was really bad. But like, this is the real Walking with Dinosaurs.
So what is this gonna be on?
It just says returning to BBC and PBS. So probably one, if not both of those.
Okay, I guess I gotta watch TV.
So that's okay. We just watched the TV. Yeah. We just watched TV. We watched Jurassic World Chaos Theory. That's TV.
We did. No, I mean like an actual TV channel.
Oh. I mean, you can probably stream them too. Everyone has streaming services now.
PBS have, you know what? PBS probably does have streaming.
BBC definitely does.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Oh my god! And you know what, Brian? We're already in for good stuff because I'm scrolling through this article on Deadline. Guess what we're gonna see in this new version?
A megalodon.
No, but I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? It won't come out until next year. But we're seeing a fucking Spinosaurus.
Of course, I am excited. You cannot leave the Spinosaurus out.
Yes. So hyped for that. So we have a quote from Jack Boodle, the BBC head of commissioning. A whole new generation of viewers is about to fall in love with Walking with Dinosaurs. The original series is one of the most exciting factual shows of all time, and this reinvention builds on that amazing legacy. Each episode is underpinned by the very latest science, but is also filled with drama, making this series for both dino lovers and people who just want to be told a great story. Hey, that sounds like us. Both of those categories. So you know what?
Hey, you know what, Dave?
What?
I have a prediction here.
Okay, lay it on me.
I think much like we were thinking back in 2014, I think we are at the beginning of a bit of a dinosaur renaissance.
I think you're right. I think we
are. I think Jurassic World tried to get that going, but those movies were so bad that it didn't. But I think after Prehistoric Planet and like the very good word of mouth that had, I think people are more down.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, I mean, Prehistoric Planet definitely, because that was very much like a spiritual successor to Walking with Dinosaurs. So yeah, no, I think you're right. I think dinosaurs,
especially
are back,
with a new Jurassic movie coming. I mean, that is exciting because it could be free of the shitty ties of the other movies, but we'll see.
True. We'll see.
So I don't know. I'm here for it. You know us. We love dinosaurs here on the show.
Yes.
So
if that wasn't painfully obvious, yes,
yeah.
All right, that about does it for the news. Now we come to our main event, Brian.
Yes.
We could talk about Ultraman Rising, peak cinema, as the kids would say. I would say.
A huge, pleasant surprise.
Yes. Oh my God, pleasant surprise. Because I know both of us were a little not so taken with that first trailer.
Yeah.
And
I didn't watch. I only watched that first trailer.
Yeah.
And then I saw that there was another trailer. People reacted way better to it, but I didn't watch it because I wanted to go into it pretty blind. So.
Did you go in with low expectations from that first trailer, or? I don't think so. I think I probably would have if I didn't hear that the second trailer received good buzz. Okay.
But knowing that people thought it was good, and plus I saw fan reaction to it before I watched it, and it was very, very positive. From friend of the show, Jacob Lingle, I saw in his story that he loved it, so yes. I was very much expecting good things, and he didn't let me down because I watched it and I had a great time, like surprisingly good time. I usually these kids movies, I feel like I have a bit of a disconnect from them, or not kids movies, but like kid centered movies. I don't know.
You say what I mean? That, Brian, but we just reviewed Jurassic World Chaos Theory, and we loved it.
That is true. That is true. I have a different relationship with that property. I think.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
All right, fair enough. I caught you in the lie, but okay.
You did caught me. Yeah, you caught me. Oh man, shit. Oh well.
Very sad. But yeah, no, Ultraman Rising is great. I'm sure y'all have heard it by now, but Ultraman Rising is really, really spectacular. It's really special, and it seems to be resonating with a lot of fans.
Yeah.
It seems like critically, like people are like, yeah, it's okay, but like the fans are like, yeah, this is great. This is like
Mhm.
exactly what we were hoping for with this movie. And
Yeah.
no, 100%. To paraphrase what a friend of mine said about it, he said, I didn't know I could like still feel like this, like feel these kinds of emotions from a movie. And I'm like, yeah, honestly, I'm with you on that one. Like, I'll be honest, I got a little choked up at points, and I'll get into that. But I definitely was getting a little teary eyed a couple times in this movie.
Did you have the very cinematic single teardrop go down your face, Dave?
Nothing fell.
No.
No tears fell, but my eyes were definitely a
Ah, okay.
little wet.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah,
Gotcha.
and you know,
I mean, I knew it was going to be special as soon as I saw the title drop for the reference to the OG Ultraman.
oh yeah, I was really that made me really happy.
I was
nice
like,
to see
ooh,
that.
yeah. I had just pressed play and I sat down and there it was. I'm like, oh, that's the original Ultraman title. That's cool as hell.
And they
I
use
love
that
it.
a couple of times too. They use it
They do.
once
They
again
do.
later on, which is in a really cool sequence actually.
Mhm.
Which let's just get into that, I guess. The art direction is fucking sick, dude. This movie looks incredible, and we kind of knew it was going to from that first piece of concept art that dropped like, God, I don't even know, 2 years ago, maybe even longer. I don't remember when that first dropped, but like it was like really bright and colorful, and like the movie definitely delivered on that promise. It's a really it's weird. Like it's a pretty familiar feeling art style, but at the same time, it does something really unique with that art style that I can't really describe it because I'm not smart when it comes to talking about that kind of stuff. But like it is like familiar yet unique is what I put in my little notes here.
Yeah, I would say it like the look of it. It's not like a very like, how do you phrase it? Unconventional art style, or like it's not like pushing boundaries, but the like the fluidness of it and the care that went into it, like very clear. Like it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like that was my first note, was that the animation throughout the entire movie, like I didn't see a single weak spot in it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
It's definitely most evident in like all the action scenes is when like it really comes alive, because it has like such a really cool sense of like kinetic energy. Like it just moves so fast, but it's in a way that you can still see what's going on at all times. It just,
you know what kind of reminded me of a little bit?
What?
Kind of reminded me of the fight scenes in the Spider-Verse movies.
Oh, kind of, yeah. Just a little.
Not like as fast, but like kind of the same ilk.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. But yeah, where do we want to go from? Should we talk about what is this movie about, Brian?
Well, this movie is about a dude, a man named Ken Sato. And he is a professional baseball player.
Yeah, and he's a dick. He's kind of a dick.
And his dad used to be Ultraman. Or, I mean, I guess
Spoilers, Brian. Spoilers.
I don't know. Expect spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they should, at this point, they should just automatically.
I told you, I said on the show a little while ago, I want to start saying spoilers, but here I am breaking my own rules.
Tisk, Brian. How could you?
I don't know. Anyways, so he's a bit of a dick. He kind of is very selfish. And he is also Ultraman. But he's like kind of bad at it. Pretty bad at it.
He's
terrible at it.
Very bad at it.
He does a lot of showboating, and even the characters that he's trying to save call him out for it, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, which we'll get into it in a little bit. I'll save that comment for later, but he's his first big baseball game back in Japan gets interrupted by a big monster, a Gigantron, who is great. I love her. She's
Dude, the shot where it's like in the baseball field and then there's a big explosion and you
Yes.
see her like wings.
It's so
Man,
cool.
there is some very good shot direction.
I'm
You
telling,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
dude, Shannon Tyndall, like, he is on another level. And this is like his, I think it's his feature length debut. I think he did a mini series for Netflix a while ago.
Really?
But I think this is the first movie he's like directed. Let me double check. All right, well, that's just character design. Okay, hold on. Give me
I'm
a
right
second.
here already.
All right, do it. Tell me.
He has.
Yeah, so he's done a short on ice and also, but this is his first feature length debut. So very nice. So yeah, damn.
Man, IMDb. I don't know if they changed their I don't know if they changed their layout or something, but it's confusing me.
I don't know. I don't. Seems the same to me personally.
Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah. So yeah. What the hell? Where did my thing go? Maybe I wasn't on there. Whatever. What were we talking about?
We were talking about
Gigantron, the big monster.
Yep,
the big
Gigantron
monster.
coming in, chasing after helicopters carrying a big ball.
Yep, and the helicopters try to shoot Gigantron down, but Ultraman's like, "Hey, don't do that." So he gets in the way. Gigantron still dies, but he gets the ball, and guess what's in the ball? It's the baby.
It is the baby.
And Brian,
yep.
Let me tell you, I would commit atrocities, war crimes for Emmy if she asked me to.
Yeah.
Not that she ever would, because she is innocent and perfect in every way, but if she asked, I would.
I bet you would, Dave.
I love her.
Can I be honest?
Be honest.
When I saw Emmy in the trailer,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, there's a baby monster in this." I was like, I have a feeling it's gonna annoy me, and I cannot be more happy that was not what happened.
Right? She's the best, Brian. Yeah. She's the best.
Usually with these movies, when they introduce like a baby character, like, you know, one of those like supposed to be cute characters, like I find them kind of like superficial and annoying. But like, you know what? They put some goddamn fucking effort into this.
Yeah.
And I not at one point got annoyed by her at all. So I'm very pleasantly surprised on that front.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like it could have gone a very different way, but they really took the time to make her as lovable as humanly possible, because Jesus Christ, look at her.
Yeah.
Just look at her.
Yeah.
You know what was fucking wild that I saw on Twitter the other day? People were like, and I know that like a lot of Godzilla fans are like, Ultraman. I don't care about Ultraman. I only like Godzilla.
Hey, edgelords.
Dude, people were literally trying to claim that Tsuko was cuter than Emmy.
Wow. Bro, is Cry harder that Ultraman Blazar was better than GXK?
Blazar?
Yeah.
Why specifically Blazar?
I don't know, because it's my favorite Ultra thing.
I guess that's fair, but Blazar doesn't have Emmy. That's
true.
That's the
not.
thing.
I would argue that I would say Ultraman Rising is actually better than GXK.
I don't think that's a hot take, Brian.
I don't know. You're right. I don't know why I immediately went to Blazar. It's just I don't know. I just love Blazar. Blazar was great.
I don't blame you. Blazar was great. But yeah, no, people were saying Tsuko was cuter than Emmy, and I'm like, are you fucking blind?
Absolutely not.
Are you stupid? Listen, I don't. You do you, but like they were literally calling her ugly, and I'm like, okay, you're just objectively wrong. I'm sorry. You can think Tsuko's cuter, but like Emmy being ugly is objectively wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what they're. I don't know.
Yeah,
do they? I mean, sure, people can think what they want, even if they're wrong. Who cares?
But anyways, so Ken gets this baby, and he's like, "What the fuck? I don't want to deal with this baby. I got a baseball boy to be." But He's got to take
And
care
then
of the baby.
GLaDOS tells him. GLaDOS tells him he has to be a parent. And then the whole movie is just him being a parent, trying to protect this child.
Yep, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah. I love the parenting montage that happens.
That whole montage is so good, and that's like where it becomes like really, really fun. I feel, because it's you know, it's like half parenting, half training montage, and I know you love a good training montage, Brian.
I do love me a good training montage.
So it's two in one for you, and I mean that's where it kind of the movie kind of shows its cards. Like, oh, this is what the movie's about. It's about, you know, parenting, about trying to find a balance between, you know, work life and family life, and it's a little heavy-handed with it, but like, I don't mind. It's a movie that's aimed more so at kids. It's not surprising that a movie aimed at kids is heavy-handed with its messaging. I'm not docking it points.
I would say if they tried to make it less heavy-handed, I think it would actually do them less favors.
I think so too. Yeah.
Because then your objective of the movie would be less clear to more people.
Yeah.
And then it would just be, you know, confusing. And then who is the movie even made for?
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Exactly. I will say, like, good on Netflix for having this drop on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I didn't even like put that together until it was Father's Day. I'm like, oh, hey, good job. that was a good move. Good marketing move, Netflix.
Yeah. It's about a dude learning to be a surrogate father.
Yeah. Or mother, because Mina says it's his mother's, but it doesn't really matter. Gender norms and all that. We don't. Do
kaiju even have a perception of mother and father? They just probably see parent.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll have to ask Shannon Tyndall. We'll have to get him on the show and ask him about it.
Send him an email.
Yeah, but
fax him over some questions. I don't know why we're going down, like, I don't know why we're going less technologically advanced, but you know, whatever.
I don't know either, but yeah. So that's the main basic plot. I mean, there's also the KDF, who are I guess are the stand-ins for the SSSP, because they have the SSSP uniforms on.
Yeah, I did notice, like, I was like, that logo, or not logo, but like that little star thing looks really familiar to me.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just call them the SSSP. I don't know, but whatever. Maybe it's because
they didn't want to do the SSSP dirty.
Yeah, maybe that could be it. But yeah, they're like, hey, we need that baby back. We gotta find Kaiju Island, and that baby's gonna lead us to it. So that's why they go through that training montage.
Yeah. But like when Gigantron first showed up, did you notice that she kind of looks like the dragon from Shrek, just a little bit, just a teensy bit?
She's red, I guess.
I don't know why, but there was a shot there somewhere, and it really did look like her for a second. That being said, though, I have not seen Shrek in a good bit here, so you're right.
Damn.
I might just be.
I also have a note about that scene, not about Gigantron looking like Dragon from Shrek, but it is about Gigantron first
Hopefully
showing
it's
up.
Something better than that.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on your point of view. So when Gigantron's showing up, it cuts. We cut to Ken's father, and he sees the kaiju alert going off. Is it me? Or was that kaiju alert really delayed? Because it went off when she was already directly over the city.
Yeah, it didn't.
Because I would imagine having a kaiju alert in place that's there so people can have time to like evacuate and get to safety. It doesn't really work if the alert goes off when she's already in the city. Right.
That's true.
Right. Like what's going on there, man? I don't get it. I know that's like a really nitpicky thing. It was just something funny I noticed.
It is something that could easily be fixed too.
Yeah, but it's
delay it a little bit, or show it before you show that Gigantron's coming.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, just a nitpick.
You know, I did like the well, to preface this, the color in the movie is fantastic.
Yes.
But I really love in this in the when Gigantron's flying over the stadium and like, you know, knocking the helicopters out of the sky. I like how they have like a shield over the stadium.
Mm.
I think like because this seems like kind of near future, like where they have like more advanced tech like he literally has like a Tony Stark Batman bridge that comes up for Ken to drive his motorcycle into the city. Like a $1 billion project or whatever for one guy. But anyways, I really like how there was some very like practical things like that. That's just kind of like, yeah, if there was, you know, it was the near future and there were kaiju. I mean, having shields on a lot of stuff would make sense, especially in open air stadium.
Yeah.
So,
and you can repurpose it too, because you know a lot of arenas have like those sliding ceilings in case there's inclement weather, and this just feels like a natural continuation of that.
Yeah, I love little touches like that. I can always tell when a movie's going to be good when there's like little stuff like that you just kind of notice. But you know what else makes a movie good?
What?
Feelings.
Feelings? Yes, I agree.
Feelings. You know what I love? I love when two dudes are real sad and they bond over being sad. And there was a lot of that in this.
There was. Well, the thing that like really kind of made me start getting a little teary-eyed was when Ken is like so exasperated he ends up calling Ami Wakita, the reporter that he was kind of chatting with earlier in the movie, and he asked her like, hey, how do you fucking balance this whole work family life thing? And she gives him like this really fun heart to heart, and her daughter's like the biggest Ultraman fan of all time. She's like got an Ultraman mask, she's playing with Ultraman toys and everything, and you like hear that in the background while Ken's talking to her, and he kind of realizes that like, oh, this is how I can, you know, be better for Emmy. And then Jesus Christ, they do the baseball thing, like Ken teaches her to play baseball, and that was just like, yeah, I'm crying now, man. This is too cute.
Oh, you know what? I when that scene came on, I was like, man, if Ultraman doesn't use a bat in this movie, I'm gonna be disappointed. And you know what? He didn't. He didn't use a bat, but Emmy did.
Emmy
which was
did.
Great.
Yeah, that's because they
I can't be disappointed. I can't be that disappointed.
Yeah, they left that Chekhov's gun, but it wasn't for Ultraman. It was for Emmy. That was her character.
Yeah. He's literally a baseball player.
I know.
Like, come on, bro.
But he's passing that on to his daughter. He's training his daughter to be a baseball girl.
That's
I want to know though, why did he have a baseball bat that big in the first place?
Maybe I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea.
Because like you see him,
maybe
like,
he's
drag
got a
it
3D
out.
printer somewhere.
Maybe, but he got that. It must be a really high tech 3D printer because he got that within like 10 seconds. He pulled it out of his ass basically.
You know, speaking of high tech, his whole like basement area like was absolutely ludicrous.
No, it was absolutely it was.
Like where why does he need those containment things? Like for what?
You know what?
For just this occasion?
I
guess
just for
so.
Fun? Just in case he ever had to take care of a baby monster. I guess
so. Dude literally has like his own bat cave.
He does.
Very, very funny. You know, it was cool, but like just crazy. Like how rich he must be, like incredibly wealthy.
I mean, he's a very famous baseball player from the United States, so I assume he would be wealthy.
That's true. I do find it really, really funny how like the Japanese love baseball. Like they love baseball. Yeah,
it's a big thing.
I don't really like. I don't know like how or like how long they've been into it or like where the love came from, but I just think it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just funny.
I didn't know the movie like seems to it wants us to think that there's like this some big disconnect between like Japanese and American baseball, but like is that actually a thing?
I don't know. I don't really know anything about baseball.
I mean, neither do I. But I'm just curious.
I
'Cause I
mean,
never
like,
really thought about it. But apparently there is.
I know the rules and everything, and generally everything there is to know about like American baseball, because it's not that complex of a sport. But I'm sure there's probably some variation or some variance between that and Japanese baseball. I don't know. Maybe it's just like different customs or something, like different.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Rule sets, or I don't know.
We gotta go to Japan and go to a baseball game.
I did find it really funny that there were like multiple times where someone in the game, when Ken was playing, he would say like someone would say like go back to America or something. It's like, oh shit, the reverse racism here. Right? It's crazy.
And he's Japanese too. He's Japanese anyways. Yeah.
They're treating him like a white dude.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's funny. I thought that was, man, this movie had such a great sense of humor now that I'm thinking about it.
It does, and it's again, it's wild because that first trailer really just made it feel like, oh, we're making Ultraman into a Marvel movie, and that's so not clearly the case, because it's a very funny movie. It's a very funny movie. Case in point,
some mature humor in there too sometimes.
Yes,
which is always appreciated.
Brian, did you like Emmy's little dance she did?
I don't know.
You don't know? But Brian,
it was a dance.
It was an Easter egg.
Was it?
Yeah, that's the Shia dance from Invasion of Astro Monster.
Was it really?
Yeah. It's the dance Godzilla does after when Ghidorah flies away.
Oh my God!
Did you not catch that? Did you not? No,
I did not. It's been a long.
Oh my God, guys! This is it. You heard it here first. Brian is a fake Godzilla fan.
Apparently so. Apparently.
SMH my head.
I guess I need to watch Invasion of Astro Monster again. I'm just like chronically offline, so like I don't really see people use the GIF very much, you know? Like that's usually where I see it is GIF form. So I just don't really, I don't know.
But yeah.
Damn, I am a fake fan. I gotta get on top of my shit, dude.
Disappointing. And you call yourself a podcast host. How could you?
No, I guess my title is revoked.
Yeah, goodbye. But
all right, end of the show right here. See you later.
How many times have we made this joke? I feel like we've made this joke a lot recently. That we're like, oh yeah, that's the end of the episode.
It's probably about once every episode.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what it feels like.
On average.
You know what I really, really liked? I thought was really, really cute. The few times where Emmy like got to interact with Ami's daughter, because she's like, "Whoa, that's a cool kaiju. I love you," and Emmy's like, "Oh yeah, I love it."
I love the scene where at like the end where Ultraman and Emmy end up like kind of near the city, and they're just like, "Hey, I know you."
Yeah, and Emmy looks all really excited, and Ken's like, "No, we gotta go finish fighting this big robot. Sorry,
we gotta go do that right now." That was funny. I really like that. Actually, you know what? Kind of not really related, but I really like how like light up Ultraman's eyes were in this.
That was interesting.
How you could see where he was looking. I thought that was really cool. That was a cool direction. Yeah, I didn't know how I would feel about it, but the way they used it was very, very cool.
Yeah, because
it looked very natural for the character.
We've never seen that in like any Ultraman property before. Like it's always just been like the one solid color for the eyes. Yeah. Like we've never been able to like see exactly where he's looking until now, and it took me a bit to get used to it, but it is like a very neat touch, and I feel like it kind of. You kind of had to do that for like something animated, I feel.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I also feel like it helps kind of give him a bit more character.
Yeah,
because like if you have like big soulless eyes where you know it's kind of hard to You know, it's kind of hard to make them
Mm-hmm.
fun, I guess. I don't know. Or not necessarily not, you know, fun, but like I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm having a brain.
You're good.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I do want to talk about Ami a little bit here because like I feel like she was kind of wasted as a character because like after that phone call that she has with Ken, she doesn't get a whole lot to do after that.
Yeah, she kind of pieces out.
Yeah, like she shows up every so often to like interact with Emmy and Ultraman like twice. Like they're the one time when Emmy first gets loose into the city, and then again during the final battle. But like she doesn't really get a whole lot to do other than that. I mean, she has that interview with Ken at the very end, but that's more of like an epilogue thing. That's not really contributing to the story, as it were. But yeah, I feel, and which just sucks because like that phone call scene was like really well done, and it seemed like you could have gone somewhere with that. I'm glad they didn't go the route of like having her as a romantic interest for Ken, but like I feel like
I was really dreading that.
Yeah, I'm
especially because Ultraman, especially because like the Ultraman property has been very good with not shoehorning in romantic like plots with people, and like I like that. I like how most of the time they're just coworkers or friends. So I was kind of worrying about that. Like when she showed up, I'm like, this is kind of giving me like love interest vibes right here. I was kind of worried. But that's actually kind of my one criticism of this movie. I told you I gave it a 4 out of 5. And I think the biggest thing that I wanted to see more of was I think they should have spent more time with Ami. And also I think they should have spent some more time building up the main villain. I just think that like as much as I loved all of the interactions with Ken and his dad and Emmy, like I loved that group, but like I feel like once his dad comes in, it kind of like that it's hyper focusing on that, and you don't get enough time to really bring in the other kind of ancillary characters. So I don't know, that was my one kind of, because like the bad guy, like he's there and like you get some of his motivation, and you do get his background as to why he hates kaiju so much, but you don't really see that much of him. You don't really see him do a whole lot of bad things. He kind of just talks about doing bad things.
Yeah, his whole thing is just like, oh, I need to get to Kaiju Island so we can kill all the kaiju. Yeah. And like I get like a big part of the film is to, we're seeing like, oh, kaiju aren't all that bad. And Ken's dad kind of mentions that close to the beginning of the movie, like when Gigantron first dies, he's like, oh, like one of the greatest living organisms of the planet is dead, and you're throwing a party, and Ken's like, you piece of shit, killed a lot of people. That's Ken's character arc. He learns. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't mind Onda's motivations. Like his family died. Like I feel like that's a decent enough reason to want to, I guess not hunt down every single kaiju and kill him. But I mean, it's not like we haven't seen that in other properties before.
But yeah, I mean, that was my only criticism. Like the whole thing, everything else was airtight.
No, everything was great. I really like the music.
even the music was great.
I love the music. It's got such a cool set of different styles and genres, and they really kept teasing us with that classic Ultraman theme. It's in there just a little bit, but they never go full on with it. And I was a little disappointed by that too. And I'm like, that Ultraman theme's so good. You should have just, even like in the credits or something, they could have done it, but it's just in there every so often, I guess. I'll settle for it.
Make a sequel, Dave.
Well, I know there are plans for a trilogy, and I think this is currently number 4 on top movies of the week on Netflix right now. So maybe.
Damn, never would have seen the day where Ultraman is doing numbers.
I know. Well, I mean, they kind of teased a sequel already because Ken's mom is alive. She's out in space.
Dude, as soon as I heard the word missing,
oh yeah, it's like
I was like, she's not dead.
She's not dead. Of course not. Like you know.
I thought like at the beginning, they were setting up that she like died from like cancer or some disease or something.
It definitely
but like
felt
no,
like
as soon as you're like with the old videos of her and like you know like man that was one of my favorite parts of this movie was just like Ken like reminiscing about like his childhood and stuff. And
that opening scene is so good, dude. I love that opening scene so much. It's so cute. Yeah,
they made such good use of his like projector room in the movie. Like it wasn't just like kind of like a novelty kind of thing, like a one-off. Like man, they really used that thing. It was cool. I really liked how much time they spent down there actually. It was nice to familiarize like a space.
Is the only place Emmy could fit.
Yeah, basically.
That being said, though, when she does get out, she goes in through the elevator, right? And then she gets out of the elevator, but the elevator breaks as she comes out. How did she get in the first place?
You know what? I don't know. Well, I guess it's a 3 out of 5 now.
Damn. Very
Just
sad
kidding.
to hear.
Just kidding.
I gotta say though, I keep talking about Emmy, and I'm like, yeah, she's a big part of the movie, but she's my favorite part of the movie. I love her. Heart fucking shattered when she gets out and she falls off the tower, and you hear her arm break. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
I hated that.
That made me wince, actually.
It was such a loud crack. I hated it.
I hate that
so
noise.
Upset.
It's that was very upsetting. For me, I just really hated the noise. I hated how realistic they made it sound.
I do really like when they do get home and like Ken's still in Ultraman form, just holding her, and his dad comes over, and like Ken is so distraught, like he does not know what to do. It's a really nice way to show that character growth, that he's come to really care for this creature. And he's just so distraught, and which like makes sense. Like in real life, like if your child broke its arm, you probably wouldn't know what to do. You'd probably be like, oh god, dad or mom, what the hell do I do? My child's arm is broken. And I don't know, it was just really sweet. And that's really the whole reason I like this movie so much, is because it's like so sweet and so heartfelt. And again, you wouldn't fucking think that from that first trailer. It's insane.
No, it was so it was such a misrepresentation of what this movie is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Rub it from the internet, just like that first Mummy trailer.
No, that can never leave the internet, Brian. Ever.
No, I still find re-uploads of it to this day.
Good.
No one's letting that one go.
Did you like the fact that when Ken's dad shows up as Ultraman, he still has the mustache in Ultraman form?
I was so excited to see
it was so good.
Ultraman with just a short, slightly out of shape Ultraman
with a mustache
built into his face.
It's so cool.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, just like this movie had such a good sense of humor. They had good jokes, and then they had good visual humor. Like, just it was perfection. I love it.
It was good stuff.
Oh man, it was so good.
I love that whole last act is so good.
Yeah. The final boss gives me a lot of Pacific Rim energy.
I was gonna say like all the lighting and color scheme of that final fight felt very Pacific Rim. Like,
Yeah,
like
especially because it was out in the ocean.
yeah, but even like, but again, the lighting, like all that, like storm clouds and stuff, that felt like the Hong Kong fight or the fight in Anchorage at the beginning of the film. It just
that's
felt
true.
very Pacific Rim. And yeah, the
there was
mech,
lots of blue.
Yep. But yeah,
Lots of blue.
yeah, the mech felt very Pacific. It also like I don't know if you got this at all. It felt slightly King Joe inspired.
No, I literally said out loud, "Is that King Joe?"
Okay,
I
well
said
there we
that
go.
to Sam,
Cool.
and then Sam gave me a look of what?
Of who the hell's King Joe?
Uh, I had to mansplain that he is a big rock'em sock'em robot looking man.
Yes. All right.
From,
Well,
earlier Ultraman stuff.
yeah. All right. Good. Now she knows.
But yeah, I did very. I honestly thought that that's what they were. I thought that was just this universe's version.
I
of
don't know.
him.
I haven't seen anyone mention that, so I don't know. I'd be interested to like ask Tyndall on Twitter and be like, hey, was that the KDF mech like King Joe inspired? I would be I'd be shocked if it wasn't. You know, they seem like they're
actually
fans.
Kind of related to the final fight. I did really appreciate how Onda definitely had a bit of humanity left and like told all of his people to like get out of there before he went to go fight them. I was like, you know what? They could have just gone all out making him evil, but they it's clear he still cares about humans.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he wouldn't be on this crusade against kaiju if he didn't care for humans.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, he also almost blew everyone up.
That's true.
He
almost blew Emmy up, and that's punishable by death.
Yeah, that is punishable. But he is dead.
That's true. Yeah, good point. He's dead. So good. He did it. Congratulations, Onda. Good job.
Yep. Yeah. Cool.
I really liked how both Ken and his dad did the Spacium beam together at the end. I loved that.
That was very cool. I was really like, I was thinking to myself, man, they have not done the beam.
Yeah, I know.
They haven't shown me the beams yet. I was like, that's such a central pillar of Ultraman. It's like, I was like, what's going on?
It's Godzilla's atomic breath, basically.
Because he does the thing like it throughout the movie, but he never does the actual Specium like beam. And then I was like, they're teasing me. This feels mean, but then they did it at the end, and it was a good payoff.
Yeah, it was the best payoff because like I wasn't expecting them to have to work together. I don't know. That also like was very heartwarming. I felt.
Yeah, I really like how Ken and his dad they
reconcile.
They reconcile by the end. That was very, very nice. Yeah. Feelings, man, feelings.
It's like that one Wrath Club video, the Halo one.
Yeah. I'm a human.
I watched that come up in my YouTube recommendations again yesterday, so that's why it's on my mind.
Of course it did. Okay, I have one note.
Okay.
Not one. I have plenty of notes, but I have another note I want to talk about.
Okay.
So, this happened when Emmy was like turned into like a kind of like an egg kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
To transform, and the drone like shot it with like a. Or no, actually no. This was back when Emmy was kind of in the city, and that drone put a tracking device on her.
Yeah.
My biggest pet peeve of all time in any movie is when someone attaches a tracking device and it's just a big lump of metal with a huge blinking red light that makes noise.
Uh-huh.
It is the most annoying trope ever.
What would you do, Brian?
It's like one of those. It's just one of those things that it's just like it's so nitpicky, and I know it is, but it's so stupid.
What would you do differently
all the time?
What would you do differently?
Just I don't know, make it I don't know. It's like the future. Why don't you do like a like an organic tracker where it shoots like a blob of cells, and then it just fuses to her skin. You do a cool little animation, That would be a little spooky future tech, but also it would be discreet. I don't know. Or just do like a black dot that looks like a mole. Who cares? Not a big, stupid piece of metal with a giant red dot blinking on it.
And Brian's got some.
You want to be
beef with
stealthy here,
trackers.
my man. All right. I'm not salty, I swear. I hate that. I hate that.
Sure,
I hate
you're
it.
not. Sure, you're not.
Another thing I wanted to say was that the food in this movie is really good, and they animated it so well that it's unfair, and I can't find food that looks like that anywhere.
Does that include the food that Ken first offers to Emmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look really, really good. Can't believe she turned down that steak.
That and when he met Ami at that that
was like a ramen place or something, or some sort of noodle place.
Like the ramen place, but then the second time they met up and they were at like this, it was like kind of this bar looking thing, and they got like what looked like chicken katsu to me. It looked really good. It made me hungry. Like every time food showed up, I would turn over to Sam and I'd say, I'm hungry. It's funny. Yeah, no. I love when animated movies just make the food look unfair.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Let me think here.
Speaking
tons of Ultraman references, by the way.
I'm shocked if not.
Hundreds of little figurines lying around.
I like that we did get some classic Ultraman characters as well. Like we got Bemilar in the intro. We got a supporting role from our boy Naranga, who's now been in 2 big budget Ultraman films because he was in Shin Ultraman as well. So showing some love for Naranga. He's fucking chunky in this movie too. Good lord.
He is chunky. Oh yeah.
But also, speaking of classic Ultraman stuff, shout out to Hiroko Sakurai, who for the fans, played Akiko Fuji in the original Ultraman. She plays Ami's mother in the Japanese dub.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I heard she had a cameo,
really cool.
But then like when I watched the movie, I'm like, oh no, this is not a cameo. I mean, obviously I didn't watch the Japanese dub, but like it's not a cameo. Like she's a minor character in the film. So
man, it's so interesting watching a Japanese dub for Ultraman.
I know, right?
Isn't that weird?
Well, it's funny.
Damn, bro.
Speaking of the Japanese dub, the actor who plays Ken is Yuki Yamada, who, Brian, if you were not aware, he played Mizushima in Godzilla -1.
Really?
Yeah. Otherwise known as Kid.
Ooh. The guy. The dude.
The kid.
Who wanted to go to war but could not.
Yeah. So he's
because he's too young.
He's too young.
Stupid.
So we got a couple veterans of the kaiju genre in this film. It's nice. I mean, nothing in.
I love all the crossovers, all the unintentional behind the scenes crossovers.
It's good stuff. I mean, I'm sure Hiroko Sakurai was very much on purpose.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't think she does a whole lot of acting nowadays. Yeah. I mean, the last couple things she has on her filmography that I'm seeing are all Ultraman related stuff, mostly. So
well, that's cool though.
Yeah, no,
that's cool.
It's good stuff. But I think that's it. I think that's all I have on Ultraman Rising.
Let me think here. I guess the one last thing was that I love how bad Ken got at baseball.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a really funny way of showing how being a parent was taking a toll on him.
Yeah.
It was funny. I liked it. I like how he got heckled by his teammates and then got in a fight and got the shit beat out of him. That was funny.
Oh, I actually have one other thing. Back to Emmy being like in that cocoon. Why did she have to go into cocoon just to grow wings? Like I was expecting her design to change like a little more than that, but she just grew wings and that was it.
Wait, I have a thought. If they make another movie, if it's in the future, and Emmy is big, do you think we're gonna get Ultraman riding on the back of Emmy?
Oh my god, maybe.
they don't do that, I'm going to be very sad. Please take my ideas. Please.
Oh, please.
You don't even have to pay me or give me recognition. I just want it. Maybe a little bit of recognition.
They might have to. They have to, right? They have to.
They have to. She's literally a dragon. Literally.
Yeah.
It would be cool. All right. I'm pretty stoked. I liked the end where they kind of showed a bunch of, they showed Monster Island and teased that his mom was still alive. Just, it didn't seem like an advertisement for the next movie, but it was enough to be like, oh yes, I want more.
Yeah. It
was great. I love it when stuff toes the line like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be shocked if they don't do a sequel to this. It seems like it's doing really well for Netflix, which, by the way, Brian and I both had this kind of revelation when we went to watch this. Netflix is a surprisingly decent place for kaiju media.
It's true.
Ultraman Rising, the Ultraman anime, Godzilla Singular Point, the Polygon trilogy, Gamera Rebirth, and if we're going outside of their Netflix's stuff, Kong Skull Island, can't forget that one. Or just Skull Island, not Kong Skull Island. Two very, very different things, of course. They also nabbed -1 for distribution. I'm just kind of... and, Pacific Rim the Black, that's another one I forgot. It's just, it's just kind of surprising that, because we clown on Netflix all the time. It's just an observation, just a weird observation that, Netflix has a surprisingly good library of kaiju. Well, good is subjective.
It feels very intentional, honestly.
You think so?
Seems like they may have wanted to. Think of it this way. I found it very surprising that Godzilla -1 went up on Netflix, and then when I was thinking about how many kaiju stuff is actually on Netflix, I'm like, well, you know what? Actually, that kind of makes sense. They probably want to have a bunch of kaiju genre stuff because they know that it's getting popular now.
True.
And so having a bunch of that, and it's not all the same thing. You got Kong stuff, you got Pacific Rim, you got Ultraman, you got Gamera, you got a good variety, and it feels very intentional to me. And they got the newest Toho produced Godzilla movie, which is that's a big get right there. That's big. So it seems like it's definitely some kind of business strategy or something.
Maybe. So, if they keep doing more, we'll show up for it. Just as long as you market them this time. That's why they didn't.
I hate the company, but the content has been pretty good. Yeah. Gamera was a fantastic show,
and they didn't market it. And so we'll probably never
market it.
We're never going to get anything Gamera ever again because they didn't market it. True. So good job, Netflix.
They did market Ultraman Rising pretty well. So it seems like they may have taken some pointers.
I think they put a lot more money into Ultraman Rising than they did Gamera Rebirth.
They definitely did.
So they probably had to market it. So they're like, we can't lose money on this, for the love of God.
Plus, it was in collaboration with Tsuburaya, so Tsuburaya was probably you need to put effort into this.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a big production too. I didn't mention this at the top, but this was ILM. This was Industrial Light and Magic were the ones who did the animation for this movie.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and this is only the third fully animated movie they've done. The first of which being Rango. I don't know if you remember Rango, Brian.
I've seen Rango, and I don't remember a dang thing about it.
I saw it once back when it was in theaters, and that was in 2011, so it's been a minute. And they did that other movie, Strange Magic, that I heard was not good. So I don't know about that.
I have not heard of that.
I think George Lucas worked on it. I think he wrote that movie. Ooh. That was one of the last things he wrote before he just kind of retired and lived off his Star Wars money.
Wow, seasoned writer George Lucas. I can't believe it.
But yeah, no, good on ILM. And I think they're doing that new Transformers movie that's coming out later this year as well. So they're branching out a little more into the animation.
Is this fully animated Transformers?
Yeah, fully animated.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't think it looks all that good.
streaming or?
Oh no, it's theatrical.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Again, I don't think it looks all that good. I think Lingo put it. I don't know if it was Lingo who put it. Someone put it as Transformers, but it's the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's.
I don't mind I like the Super Mario Brothers. It's a very good. It's a good high movie.
That's fair. I don't know. It's just. It looks a little aimed too much towards, because I know that's stupid to say because it's fucking Transformers, but like it feels a little too lowbrow for Transformers. I feel like Transformers is more or less taking itself pretty seriously, even as a kid's property.
I don't think I am the best person to put input on this.
I mean, neither am I.
I'm not really a Transformers guy.
Neither am I. I'll watch it every so often and be like, yeah, Transformers is pretty cool, but I haven't like done a deep dive on the franchise, you know?
That's fair.
The most I did was watch all the other live action movies before Rise of the Beasts came out, and that was
yucky.
No, you know, I mentioned it on the show while I was doing that. The only one I really especially hated was the last one. Well, not the last one, but the last Michael Bay one, The Last Night. That was fucking garbage.
Yeah, that's the that's the general consensus I've heard, is The Last Night is like the worst of all of them.
It's real bad. It's real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about Ultraman Rising, but we're not really doing that anymore, are we? So anyways,
I don't have anything else to say about it.
Go watch it. Just it's real good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah. Cool. I said before I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's closer to a 5.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really good.
And now, before we move on, I have one question for you, Brian, because the kind of game plan with this movie was for people who aren't really all that familiar with Ultraman to kind of get into that franchise and give it a shot. Do you think this would be? I know you haven't watched a whole lot of Ultraman. Well, actually, no. Now you have. Now that I'm kind of forcing you to watch the newer shows that are coming out. Four full series plus some movies. Yeah, I've seen a good bit. Do you think this is a good like starting point for new fans?
Oh, absolutely.
I think
absolutely, so too. Dude.
I think so too.
Like this. This movie is very true to the property, but also very accessible.
Yeah.
It's very, it's on Netflix. Basically everybody has Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very much geared towards Western audiences, but also, it is very much Ultraman. Like they did not change the DNA of the character to make it appeal. So I think it's absolutely a great gateway. Very much like how, I don't know. This is probably not a great comparison, but like the American Godzilla movies are a great entrance to the series because it's very accessible.
I would say that's a good comparison. Yeah, it's accessible. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So absolutely. If you liked this movie, I'd go watch. Maybe if it's still up, give Blazar a shot. Maybe that's a very self-contained story.
All the ones that they've been simulcasting are all still up. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'd say definitely. Yeah, Blazar's the best of them. So maybe start or maybe finish with that one. I don't know.
But also go back and watch the older stuff because that's all on Tubi, and Tubi is free, so you can just do that. Brian, you should watch more classic Ultra. Just saying.
I absolutely should. If only I had more time in the day.
Shame.
I'll get around to it.
Better. I can't remember. Did you ever finish the original Ultraman?
I am I keep thinking about it. I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I was just getting towards the end of the series.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
Should really resume it. Yeah.
It's
been probably about 2 years, honestly, since I have watched it.
All right, Brian, here's my question to you. Do you think you'll finish Ultraman first, or will you watch Gamera the Brave first?
I'll probably watch Gamera the Brave first. I actually thought about watching it today.
You thought about watching it, huh?
I was very, very close to watching it today because I got up early and I was just kind of killing time. And Sam was taking a nap and I was like, I need something to do. And I thought about watching Gamera the Brave, but I get video games won out.
You hear that? So. You hear that, audience? He thought about it, but he didn't commit.
I did think about it. I think about a lot of things that don't commit.
You know, so. That's fair. So do I. I can't blame you for that. Anyways,
it's just I like familiarity, man. It's hard. Whatever.
All right. But yeah, please, for the love of God, go watch Ultraman Rising. Make it #1 on Netflix because I need more of this. I need more of the baby. I need more Emmy. I need more Ken Sato Ultraman. I need more Gigantron. I need all of it. It's good. Yep. It's good stuff.
And getting #1 on Netflix is a big old shiny accolade that they could use to justify another one.
And you know,
oh yeah.
I've been seeing like a lot of people talk about like Oscar buzz around this, like maybe best animated feature. What do you think, Brian?
I think definitely deserving, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, I think it could get nominated, and it would be sick if Godzilla and then Ultraman won back to back. I think that would be a really cool thing. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't really know what else is coming out for big animated movies. I mean, Inside Out 2 just came out. I'm sure that'll get nominated just because it's Pixar.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like I don't really know what else is coming out for like animated stuff this year. Which
Despicable Me 4.
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
The long-awaited 4th installment in the Despicable Me franchise.
Well, don't forget the 2 Minions movies.
Sorry, and the 2 Minions movies. The Despicable Me cinematic universe.
There you go. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for getting your facts straight. I appreciate it. We do not.
We do real journalism here.
We do not disrespect Despicable Me in this house.
No. Nope.
But yeah, anyways, I think I hope it gets nominated. I don't know if it'll win, but I would like to see it get nominated because I would think it has a decent chance. I think.
Yeah, I definitely think it's deserving. Definitely could see it getting nominated. I just don't know if the Oscars are at the point where they're willing to give a win to Ultraman.
We'll see.
So
hey, they gave a win to Godzilla. We'll see.
That's true. True.
All right. Let's move on to our final segment. What new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now, Brian? What new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now?
Let me think here. Well, kind of 3 things that are kind of kaiju related.
Okay.
And I say this because Sam said to me while we were watching this, have you guys covered this on the show because it's kind of kaiju related?
Okay.
We watched Ghostbusters, and we watched Ghostbusters 2 just today.
Okay.
We finished Ghostbusters 2, and then also not related to Ghostbusters, but we watched Wallace and Gromit and Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Yep. I love all 3 of those movies. Actually, a good question from Sam. Why haven't we covered Ghostbusters? I mean, technically you could consider it a kaiju movie.
We could.
Yeah. Both of them have giant beings walking around New York City.
This is very true. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Have we ever had a reason to cover Ghostbusters?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, hey.
I mean, maybe if there's some like big anniversary day, we'll think about it.
That came out in what, 84? So wouldn't this year be the 40th anniversary?
Oh my God, it would be.
So I mean, we could.
When did it come out?
I don't know. Let's find out. Ghostbusters.
It came out.
June 8th. Fuck. We just missed it.
Damn, bro. Oh well. That's fine.
Sorry.
Oh well.
Well,
yeah.
we'll
So
do it.
Ghostbusters,
Come back to us in
great
10
movie.
years. We'll do it for the 50th anniversary.
We'll do the 50th. Yeah. But yeah, Ghostbusters, great movie. Ghostbusters 2, slightly less good, but still fun. And Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit, absolutely fantastic. You should watch it if you haven't.
That's a
I
that's a
love
certified banger.
Wallace and Gromit. I love Wallace and Gromit. It's like my favorite thing ever.
Excuse me, Brian.
And
I thought your favorite thing was Gajiller.
I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like I grew up with Wallace and Gromit basically the same as I like it. They both have a huge place in my heart. I love both of them.
Are you excited
But,
for the new movie that's coming out?
You know what?
Vengeance Most
I
Foul?
have my reservations. I have my reservations about it because the original voice actor for Wallace has unfortunately passed away. And that you know what? I tell you this, I don't really cry a whole lot about celebrity or like famous people deaths, but I did sob over that. I was so sad because Wallace and Gromit is like my favorite fucking thing. So just like because of that, I'm a little bit nervous that maybe like I just won't get the same feeling from it. Like if it's a different voice actor and I can hear it, it might affect how I feel about it. But I mean, I do love Aardman Productions. They don't miss.
Yeah, no, they do some good stuff.
Yeah, I believe that it will probably be fantastic. I'm a little I am a little worried, I guess. But I didn't actually see the new Chicken Run movie. I don't know if you did.
I didn't either. I didn't really hear anyone talking about it, honestly, so I don't know if it was any good.
It's kind of sad. They've released a few movies in the past few years, and I haven't heard very much buzz about it. They did that other one where it's like a caveman guy or something.
Oh, Early Man. Yeah, I didn't hear anyone really talking about that one either. So I don't know if that was any good.
That they probably have a bigger audience in the UK.
They are a UK-based studio, so I think you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't think it. I don't remember hearing that they were flops.
Yeah, I know
just that like
people really like the Shaun the Sheep movies.
Oh yeah, the Shaun the Sheep the show was on Netflix and people love that.
Yeah,
I saw that show up on the top 10 list every once in a while. And I think Lauren watched Shaun the Sheep, my sister.
Really?
I think she watched. I know
they
show.
did a
for
short.
Some reason, I feel like I heard her mention it to me at one point.
They did do a short for Volume 2 of Star Wars Visions, and it was only okay.
Oh, that's a bummer.
But yeah,
they probably had a lot of restrictions.
I don't think so. The whole point of Star Wars Visions was for people to just kind of do whatever the hell they wanted, which is what I really liked about Star Wars Visions. But Aardman's was like just okay.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I like their unlicensed stuff very much.
I agree.
They're not unlicensed, but like their own stuff, their own properties. I love. But other than those three things, I have not been doing a whole lot of kaiju related stuff. Obviously, playing through Elden Ring again to get ready for the DLC.
Right.
There are some big old boys in that game. But yeah, that's about it, I'd say. I feel like there was one more thing, but I can't remember. I don't know. It's all right. Whatevs. What about you, Dave?
Well, Brian, it finally happened. I finally watched Sting.
Oh, you did? Oh, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it. It was good. It wasn't anything like groundbreaking, as you've covered, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It feels like it should have been a little longer. Like, I don't know. I watched this like 2 weeks ago. I actually watched this the same night we recorded our last episode. I went home and watched Sting then. Yeah, so my memory's a little foggy. I apologize. But yeah, it felt like You know that like that diagram of like rising and falling action where it like goes up, 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 goes down a little bit, then keeps going up, goes down a little bit, goes up, 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 and then starts going down with a little couple little more action. So Sting for me felt like it went up, 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 steady incline, and then all of a sudden straight up 90 degrees. Now we're at the finale, and then we're down. Like it just felt like the pacing was a little off in it. So I feel like it could have benefited from being like maybe like 10, 15 minutes longer, because it's a short movie. It's like hour and a half or something. So yeah, I would not have minded if it was just a little bit longer.
Yeah, I do think we should still cover it in its own episode at some point.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely agree with you. I think they kind of cornered themselves by putting it exclusively in this one apartment block.
I don't know. I don't.
It's
mind
kind of
that,
it's kind
actually.
of hard. It's kind of hard to like. I just feel like because everything was so confined, it's hard to have like a quick opening and then steadily increase in tension, and then it kind of just immediately goes to final act.
Yeah. That was my main.
It all just goes too quickly, and I feel like a lot of the things that they should have had in a middle act were put in the first act. I said it in my mini review, but I think the character work, while being a good shot, like a good try, I think they had some good character work in there. I don't think they went very hard with it. I think they should have explored the characters more, should have fleshed out their relationships more, but I think they spent too much time kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, I agree.
So it makes it hard to really have a middle act if you don't really have characters that you care about. They're just kind of like, they say some things that are bothering them, they have a fight, one of them storms off, spider shit happens, kills another person. That's basically the gist of the movie.
That very much is.
And it's very well made.
It is.
It's very well made. It's just,
I don't know if you got this, but there seemed like a lot of Evil Dead in its DNA.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That was very apparent to me. It's got a very similar like Sam Raimi kind of frenetic camera work going on there. That was really nice to see, because if y'all don't know, Brian and I are real big fans of Evil Dead here.
We do love Evil Dead. I love it.
I started reading some more of the Ultraman manga, Volume 5. It's still real good. I still like it a lot more than the anime, even though I mostly liked the anime, again, for the most part, except for that second season. The second season was pretty bad, but manga's real good. So, yeah. That's about all I got to say on that. Nothing really profound.
Well, you know what?
Speaking
of anime, Kaiju number 8 continues to knock it out of the park.
God damn right. Oh, and I have bad news, Brian.
What is your bad news?
Potentially bad news. Have you been watching it dubbed or subbed?
Subbed.
Oh, you've been watching it subbed. Okay. I've been watching it dubbed.
Really?
Yes. Well, bad news for me then, just me, because apparently the dub for the next 2 episodes has been delayed. So I'm very upset about
that. Rip.
Yeah.
Rip.
So I guess I'm the only one suffering in this situation.
I mean, I don't know what it is. There's something about people screaming their heads off in Japanese.
I mean, that's just fair.
Fills my heart with joy. And like, it's one of those shows, like, when it comes to anime, like, if I know I'm kind of watching it in the background, we'll watch the dub. But if it's something that we're paying attention to, I like to watch the sub.
But didn't you watch Attack on Titan dubbed?
We did that, but then I went back and I watched it subbed.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
I see.
Because I knew you watched the sub, so I kind of wanted to watch the dub to see.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Plus, I had also heard that the dub was really funny.
All right, I'll take your word for that.
There's also a bit of that too.
Okay, gotcha. Then Kaiju number 8 delayed, the next 2 episodes dubbed. So if you're a dub person like I am for this specific series, I kind of go. I pick and choose. It's not. I'm not one or the other. But I'm watching Kaiju number 8 dubbed. So next 2 episodes delayed. Sucks for me, I guess, but not for you, Brian. But it is really good.
Are you going to wait, or are you gonna?
I'll probably just wait. I'll wait. I'll be a patient boy.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
That's fair.
I did when I was watching Attack on Titan, I did watch a single episode dubbed just to see what it would be like. So maybe I'll do that for Kaiju number 8 the opposite way.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could. I wouldn't blame you. I probably would. I've been so engrossed in the story.
No, it's good. Also, I would like to apologize for my comment last episode when I said we had not met Kaiju number 10 yet. That is a total lie. I don't know how I forgot all of that happened. I guess it's just been a while since I've read the manga where he showed up, but no. I'm just stupid. I'm sorry.
Wait, last episode would have been 2 episodes ago, and he was only introduced in the episode before this one.
Well, no, because he was teased. The very, very end of the episode before that.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Right at the end, he's like initiate descent or something. Yep, okay. Man, he is so Omega. I love him.
He's great. I love him.
He's great. Like I was like Sam and I were like shrieking. We were just
really. Oh my god.
It was so much fun just seeing him and Vice Captain just beat the shit out of each other. It was great.
I'm telling you, I fucking love the Vice Captain. He's my favorite. Love him.
Yeah, he's great.
All right. Well,
anything else?
I think that about does it for this episode, Brian.
Oh, you know what?
Ooh.
One other thing.
Oh, uh-oh.
Your boys were on Growing Up with Godzilla.
Oh my god, that's right. We could have mentioned that on. Yeah, I mean, it's the end of the show anyways. We'll mention it now. Yeah. Hi, we were on Growing Up with Godzilla, hosted by our good pal and friend of the show, Donnie Winter. So if you haven't seen that, I posted it on all our socials by now. But if you haven't seen it, you gotta go watch it because it's really, really good. And we had a lot of fun. And you get a Brian face reveal. You
do. You get to see exactly what I look like. I'm on the internet now.
You are officially on the internet. I mean, you've been on the internet, but your face.
I've been on the internet, but yeah.
I mean, your face is also on the internet, but your Instagram is set to private, so like you can't see Brian. Actually, but your profile picture, your face is in it. So
that is fair. Maybe I'll just change it to something else.
Change it to the Ultraman with the mustache.
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
There we go.
But yeah, go watch it. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I love
we had
going on other people's shows and talking to people and talking about Gajiller. It's a lot of fun.
My dad listened to it, and he never listens to any of this
shit. Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
He thought it was good. He said it was very, very, very nice.
Hey, very nice is quite an endorsement from your dad.
I know, right? It's better.
Your dad, who says things are okay most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Or fine.
Yeah. But yes, please go check out our interview or Donnie's interview with us. But also check out our interview with Donnie from like a year ago because that's fun too.
Yeah. It was a while ago. Yeah.
Go listen to all our old episodes. Please.
Yeah.
We have a whole backlog. Again, like you said, Brian, this episode's 73. We got a ton of episodes you can go listen to.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
Go back and listen to 69.
Yeah.
The best episode.
It is a pretty good episode. Speaking of episode numbers, what are we doing for episode 74, Brian? Do we have any plan?
Bro, I got nothing.
I got nothing. I don't know what's going on.
We'll talk about it. I don't know. If you guys have any requests, please shoot them our way.
We've been doing a lot of reviews recently. I feel like we should do something not review related.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll discuss.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm.
Later. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, I guess that'll be it then. You can go find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, all at Talking Toku. We have a Discord server that you can join and do absolutely nothing in.
Yeah, more or less.
Or not. I mean, Brian and I have been we got some more new co-op games. We just got You Suck at Parking. It'd be cool if we could get like a big group for that. That'd be something.
Would be cool. And Jackbox.
And Jackbox. And Brian, I don't know if you saw that message I sent you earlier. That game Hot Brass is also on sale for $2, so we could play that too.
Well, you know me, I love $2 games.
Exactly, it's great. Go check out Kaiju United. They actually, I forgot to mention this last time. Or actually, it may have gone up after we posted the last episode, but they did an interview. I'm going to bring it up real quick. They did an interview. Where is it? With Jeff Gomez. This is an ad. Get out of here. With Jeff Gomez, who is kind of heading up the, putting Ultraman into more as a mainstream thing here in the States. So it's a really cool interview. So definitely go check that out. And I think apparently there was something fun in there, but like a teaser, but I think it was for Ultraman Rising, and now everyone's seen Ultraman Rising, so I don't know if there'll actually be a teaser if you've seen the movie. So, oh well. But still go read the interview. It's a good interview. But I think that's it, Brian.
I think so.
All right. Well, in that case,
Grr.
I'm going home. Goodbye.
Yep, go eat some dinner.
I already ate dinner, Brian. I had dinner before we recorded.
Go eat some more dinner.
I have a cupcake at home I could eat, I suppose.
All right, I guess eat that, whatever.
All right.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right, goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.